Today, I want to share with you some of our fabulous nonfiction options. A lot of the times we hear from parents that their kids just don't like to read. They don't like to read anything. But a lot of the times, those kids might like to read nonfiction and not really stories. I actually have one of those myself. She'll read some stories, but give her a nonfiction book and she will tear it up. And I have Usborne to thank for helping me find that out. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to share a whole bunch of books with you really quick. So the first we're going to talk about is one of our nonfiction series. So they start out at Young Beginners. And this is very simple words for those new readers, but tons and tons of information. Like, did you know a baby rabbit is called a kit? Because I didn't, but my second grader told me about it. And then we have the beginners. This is Bugs. And you get much more information here. And one of the great things is there's a glossary in the back so they can practice that. And there are these quick links. So once they read, they can go to this site and find out even more information on bugs or whatever the title of the book is. Then we go to our discoveries, and this one's sharks. But they have even more information and beautiful, beautiful illustrations throughout the whole book. Then we're going to talk about our Lift the Flap series. So first, for our littlest minds, this is Peek Inside Zoo, and there are tons and tons of flaps. I want to show you this page on it. So the reason I want to show you this page is I got this for my youngest daughter's second birthday, and she can now tell me that a butterfly started out as a caterpillar and go through its little chrysalis. How cool is that at 2? So we know whenever they are using the baby, when they're using these flaps, that they're working more of their mind and they're really packing that information in and being able to remember it better. So this is Look Inside. So Peek Inside is for your littlest, your toddlers and 3- and 4-year-olds, and then you can go into the Peek Inside. And what I really love about Peek Inside, if I can find it, is there are flaps inside of flaps inside of flaps, and there are just so many with tons of information. And so it won't overwhelm them. They can read little pieces at a time, but they can still be learning so much. And then we go to our See Inside for like our 7 and up. And these are just filled with so many flaps too, and so much information. But it's easy to grasp with those little chunks, and sometimes if they don't like to read, they might be intrigued enough to just pick it up and look at a little bit and then come back for more later. The next thing I want to talk to you about is some science activity books. So this is 50 Science Things to Make and Do. These are super fun little activities. Most of the stuff you can find right around your house. And we really love that book. And another one that my 8-year-old loves is Science Activities. So this is a combined volume. So there are 3 different books in here. And there are 3 different options of these combined volumes. So there's Science with Batteries, Science with Your Body, and Science with Weather in this one. And what I love about these is they are written so that the child can read them and do most of these experiments on their own. My 8-year-old will read these to her younger sister, who is 5, and then together they'll go out. And they were trying to figure out which way the wind was blowing by licking their finger and all kinds of fun stuff. So it really gets those little minds to working. Let's talk about our homework helpers now. So we have our encyclopedias, which are huge. This is the reduced format one, and all that means is it's just a smaller version at a cheaper price. And they are full of information. And there's also the QR codes in here too. So you can scan them and find out even more. These are wonderful to have at home, especially for homework assignments. And we have science dictionaries, we have math dictionaries, we have a new grammar and punctuation that I just love. So these aren't like a pick it up and read it book, but these are more like a reference guide. And they have so many things to do. One thing I love about our math dictionaries is sometimes, your kids learn differently than you do, and they will learn something different than you learned it when you were in school. Or maybe it needs to be explained to them differently, and those math dictionaries have really helped me be able to do that with my kids. I just have 3 more to show you. So this is my very first Facebook. And it's just got tons and tons of information for little minds. And it's got really thick, sturdy pages. And this is one of our new releases, our famous composers. Super excited about this. So it tells you about different composers and what they did and what they wrote. And it's just great for those kids who are definitely into art and music too, but to get them reading as well. And the very last thing I want to show you is Art Treasury. And I feel like maybe I saved the best for last. I love Art Treasury because it talks about, here's a page, different artists. And it gives you a little bit of art history and appreciation. And then it gives you everything that you, directions that you need to make some art in the same style that that artist used. So not only are they learning about these great artists, but they're also learning how to do something like they did. So it is great. It is fun. Don't think that this just has to be for older kiddos either. You know, you can break it down for those younger kids and they can still have fun painting like Van Gogh. So I hope that this has encouraged you to think outside the box of a story and find some of our awesome nonfictions for the kids in your lives and make readers out of them. Have a good day.